Hey guys, what's going on? It's Taylor again. I just wanted to do a PS2 collection video today. I know a lot of guys online do their PS2 collection, so I want to show that off and also do a couple updates. For those of you who missed it this past Friday, me and a friend of mine, Nick, are doing a live stream playing through all the Final Fantasies. So we had about 5 or 6 guys on there. We were chatting about it and we played through Final Fantasy 1. Got about 5 hours in, didn't really progress too far, but it was still a lot of fun. And also, I have my first review of the year posted on Blistered Thumbs, which is a Pretty 2 Dawn of Operation Panties Dude, which comes out January 11th. So if you want to know all about that, we got the links to both of them in the description. So I just want to get started here. So these first 3 games I've got are DDR Max, DDR Max 2, and DDR Supernova. I was a big fan of these back in the day, like in junior high when these first came out. We would bring it to school and play it on a TV during break, and I can just always remember going to Nickel City, this nickel arcade by my house, and put your nickels up and just having a good time. And I still play these. This is my form of exercise. I like to play this 30 minutes to an hour a day, just so doing a little something to keep me active. So this is a fun series. They brought it back for the PS3 and they're supposed to have some sort of online store, but I have yet to see it. A friend of mine has it, and every Tuesday he goes to the PSN to see if they have the store up, and they don't have it yet. So excuse me, if they ever do get that up, I'm planning on buying it for the PS3 because that would be fun, and just to get all the old songs instead of just buying game after game after game, you can just kind of pick which ones you want. So anyway, pretty fun. Next, these 3 games I mentioned in my last pickup video, but these are the 3 Devil May Cries on the PS2. Still haven't beat the first one yet. I got pretty far. I'm like 5-6 hours in. I was a lot further behind than I thought I was when I previously mentioned it, but still really fun. I got the Ifrit gauntlets. Those are really cool. Got double jump. So some of the moves and some of the levels are a lot more fun to play now. So this is really cool. Hoping to get to 2 soon, and obviously next will be 3. So yep, it's a lot of fun. Next is my Final Fantasies for the PS2. First, Final Fantasy X. I can remember getting this game and just thought it was really linear coming off Final Fantasy IX. You're kind of always going on a straight path, and it feels like really cookie cutter. It's like we'll go through a section, you have a boss, and then you do the trials where you put all the orbs on the wall and stuff. I don't know, I just didn't like it. The battle system was cool where you could swap guys out. That was a lot of fun. The game was beautiful. I can remember watching some of the cutscenes and thinking, man, this is absolutely unbelievable. But I don't know, and I really couldn't get into Blitzball ever. I played that like so many times, I've never ever scored a goal. I don't know if I just suck or I can't figure it out, but I just don't like Blitzball. To be honest, I really think this was the beginning of the end for Squaresoft. This was when they were still Squaresoft, not Square Enix. But yeah, I don't know, I didn't really like it. And then this is Square Enix now. This is the collector's edition for Final Fantasy XII. I can remember getting this at the midnight release when I was in college and staying up for 4 or 5 hours playing this game. It was so fun because it was so expansive, especially coming off of 10. The world was so open, and they had all those monsters posters where you can go and do different jobs and stuff. I like this a little more, but at one point it just got boring because of the system where you have pre-set up your attack, so you're not really attacking until there's like a dire situation and somebody really needs a potion or you really want to do a certain attack. Although my favorite character of any Final Fantasy game is in 12, and that's Balthier. He's so witty and he's hilarious. I love Balthier. Just any cutscene where he's talking to people. Kind of reminds me of Han Solo in a way, just kind of like debonair and suave and stuff. I don't know, he's really cool, but I tried playing this game 3 different times. I started up new files and tried getting into it. I couldn't do it, but I really, really want to finish it. I don't know. Cool game, but we'll see. Alright, next I've got the 2 Guitar Hero games. Now these were a lot of fun. I can remember playing these in my apartment with all my roommates in college, just having parties with these. And this is where it all began with all these rock band games and Gig and all that other stuff. But they were really fun. Some of my favorite songs were More Than a Feeling by Boston. That was a really cool one, and Sweet Child of Mine. And I don't know, these are cool. I don't have the guitar anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I think I left it at my apartment when I moved out. But still, really fun games. Maybe I'll pick up the controller again. But yeah, great franchise, and like where it's going with Rock Band. Next, I have Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Now, I'm a huge Harvest Moon fan. I can remember picking the first one up, like sort of on a whim. I saw it in a magazine advertisement, and then I was in the store one day and I saw the one for the PlayStation, and I'm like, I'm gonna get this game, and I just loved it. The kind of the dates of it, and just like how you interact with the different characters and how you play out the game, and the farming is just so addicting. I actually prefer Save the Homelands to this one. I don't have this. I don't have the Save the Homelands on PS2. I want to get it though. It's a lot better. This one had a lot of frame rate issues. Like I could remember turning my character and it would just lag real bad, and some of the characters weren't as interesting, and it was a little bit more cumbersome to do all the farming. And just Save the Homeland had more end goals. Like you could beat the game so many different ways. I don't know. It was okay, but. They're making I think a rune factory for the Wii that looks really cool, which is sort of a spin-off of Harvest Moon. But Wonderful Life, okay, but not the best on the PS2. Definitely prefer Save the Homelands. Next, I've got Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, I remember when this first came out, people were thinking that it was going to be some sort of silly franchise. Like, what is Final Fantasy and Disney mixing together? That's going to be really weird, but... man, I just remember having so much fun with this. The first one was definitely a lot harder, a little darker, kind of, from what I remember. Just a lot of cool worlds, really fun. Loved Sora, loved everything about all the fighting systems. I think this one, Kingdom Hearts 2, is a little bit more popular just because it had different worlds. Like, I think it had Tron, yeah, it had Tron and Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. So the worlds you went to were a little bit more mainstream and a little bit something different. I wish they would just put Kingdom Hearts 3 out already, for God's sake. Like, I just read a review on Coded for the DS, and that sucked. Birth by Sleep was cool, but I want to see the conclusion. Here's 1, here's 2, where's 3, Square Enix? Where is it? I want it. But definitely 2 very good games, some of my favorites for the system. Next, a couple sports games. I got NCAA 08 and Madden 07. I'm a huge football fan for games. This was the last one I bought up until the recent Madden 11. I don't know, I like it. My friends play a lot, and I especially got really into it with the online capabilities. With the new Madden, I don't even play it on single player anymore. I just play it online. So, got a lot of replay out of these. Basically, all I ever did on my PS2 was play RPGs and Madden and NCAA. And this was actually a lot of fun too, because you could create your own school, you could create your own guy, and sort of I don't know, go through the ranks and get the Heisman Trophy and stuff. So here's a couple cool games. Doesn't appeal to everybody, but I really liked them. We definitely got a lot of value out of them. Let's see, next I've got Persona 3 FES. Now, I don't exactly know what the difference between this and the original version. From what I can read on the back, there's basically another game. I haven't played this at all, but I loved 4. Here's the other Persona I have, 4. Oh my gosh, this is easily my favorite game for the PlayStation 2. Possibly a contender for my favorite game of all time, but I'm a huge fan of anime, and this kind of took the social aspect of Harvest Moon and made it meaningful. So like when you go on dates and when you go hang out with your friends, go to practice, like there's a purpose to it because you're building up a certain aspect of your character with their personas. So you're not only just doing it just for fun, but it's got a battle aspect to it. And the dungeons are always randomly generated, so that was always a lot of fun. And the murder mystery was kind of fun. You're trying to figure out along the way, and the characters were great, and I'm a huge fan of anime, so the anime style that this has is amazing. This is such a great game. I'm assuming that 3 is just as good, if not better. I've heard from certain people that 3 is better. They didn't really like the story or the characters, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting into this soon. But 2, definitely awesome franchise, possibly the best on the system. Let's see, getting to the end here. I'll just put these on my lap. So, next I've got Radiata Stories. Now, I haven't played this yet, but a friend of mine repurchased this game 3 different times because he either had a disc that got scratched and he couldn't play it, or he lost the disc or something. But for this guy to buy the game 3 separate times, that's saying a lot to me, because this guy's a pretty hardcore RPG gamer. And I haven't played it yet, but from what I understand, it's kind of like Suikoden, where you can recruit a lot of different people to be on your team. I don't know, looks pretty cool. Looking forward to getting that sometime soon. This next one, I have a lot of mixed feelings. This is Resident Evil 4. I'm a huge fan of the originals on the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and 4. This is where it took it in a different direction. Now I know a lot of people like it just because it was more action-y, but I think what made Resident Evil was the scary aspect of it and the zombies. And there aren't zombies in this game, and it's not as scary because it's like action-y, and I don't know. It's fun to play, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, I like it. But it's not vintage Resident Evil, and I guess that's what kind of bothers me about it. But as you can tell, it's a little roughed up, so I got this for super cheap at GameStop. It was like $4 or $5 or something like that. So if you haven't played this, you definitely should. It's a cool game, but it's a lot different from the original ones. These two, I've gotten hours and hours and hours of fun out of these, and these are the two RPG makers for the PS2. Now, I'm a little bit more prone to like 2. I favor that a little bit more than 3, just because 2, I feel like what you could do was more open, like how you could create the towns and the different characters you could customize, whereas 3, I felt like they were going for more advanced graphics but limited options in what you could do. So like you had to basically put generic pieces down, generic characters, you could change the colors and stuff, and also the frame rate was just awful in 3. Like if you put too much stuff in a town, like when you would turn the camera angle or your character, like it would just lag like crazy, and that always bothered me. 2, I don't know, it just had a certain charm to it. I loved the character designs, I loved the music more, but the only sad thing about this is I don't actually have the game anymore, it's just the case. I would love to get the actual game again, and just start fooling around with it. Me and my friends just had hours and hours and hours and hours in my buddy's garage just playing this game like crazy. I've never actually completed one, but I like it a lot. And one of the games, I wish that this would get a new generation, version, like RPG Maker 4 on the PS3 and Xbox. That'd be amazing. Like, look what Little Big Planet's doing. If it could just have half success of Little Big Planet, I think it could be actually extremely successful. But haven't made a new one since 3. I don't know why. But anyway. That's that. And my last one, I talked about this on my last pickup video, and that's Tales of the Abyss. Definitely a great RPG on the PlayStation. I'm a big fan of the Tales series. I really like the battle system in this. Love the characters. Love everything about it. Yeah, I've pretty much said what I wanted to say on my last Christmas pickup video. But yeah, that's it for my PS2 games. I definitely want to keep adding to it, because the more I find out about the PS2, the more I really want to get games for it. Like, I kind of missed that era in a way. Like, I was playing a lot of Madden and a lot of Final Fantasies, and I just never really got into these other games like Dark Cloud and Rogue Galaxy, and God, there's so many games I want to get into. But so that is my PS2 collection. It will get updated as I do more pickup videos. But thanks a lot for watching that, guys, and definitely continue to follow me on Twitter and check out Blister Thumbs. I'll give you guys, up to the minute updates if I'm going to do a live stream or if I'm making a video, doing anything. So Twitter's the best way to follow me and, see what I'm doing. And I know a few more people are making their way over from the Cartoon Fiend channel, getting some more subscribers. So keep subscribing if you're watching, you guys. I'm trying to be super consistent with this. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.